Me and Matt won again on the movie chess draw. We beat the guys who like to set us up for these campy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not even
I
campy. They
wanted
aren't even
Godzilla, man.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted Godzilla too. I should have voted Godzilla. Like we should have stuck together.
I thought about it. I was like,
Abandoned.
should I split the vote again? But no, I was just like, all right, fuck it.
We landed on Thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's been
Honestly, I
online
don't
for a
even know who the
while.
director is. Mine
Corey
too. Ever since
Finley.
ever since I watched the trailer for this one, to be honest, like 2 years ago, I was like, this seems right up my alley. Dark
Mhm.
humor, talking about killing a guy. I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
What else do I need?
And did it land for you? How'd you like it?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was a pretty patient movie. So like I don't know, I enjoy those kinds of movies. I enjoy like it. I don't know if procedural is the right word for it. It was kind of tried to be in the approach to some of how they went about coming up with a plan to execute the demise of the stepfather. Um, but it was the moments I think where the girls were just kind of opening up to each other and kind of becoming more real, where I was just kind of more involved and kind of engaged. Because I mean, the stepfather plot kind of just takes a back seat, which is fine. Because
I thought the same thing though. Like
Yeah.
I
yeah,
totally get that.
yeah. So I mean, I liked it. I guess bottom line is, I think it was enjoyable. I think it's well shot, well acted. So it was fun.
Yeah, especially there was this shot at the end, like, when she like fucking the one girl's on the couch and then the other girl basically just goes upstairs and like
Yeah.
you see her like through the other doorways like walking in and then she kind of like comes from off screen and it's like one
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
That was
that was a
cool.
great shot. Yeah.
Which I
Um,
learned recently, right before I jumped on here, that all. So when she left, she actually went and they did all the makeup like in real time on her, like put the blood on her and stuff, and then
oh
sent her back
shit.
in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty
I mean,
cool.
yeah, you'd have
Like
to
switch shit.
put up like
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
you could hear like a little bit of thumping or whatever upstairs or
Yeah.
some shit. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah,
whole
also I was
final
like wondering
sequence was
like
pretty good.
was the stepdad, you think he was just like sleeping or like
I guess, right? Or
Yeah,
just
right.
chilling,
maybe on
not
the rowing
expecting to be
machine?
murdered. I would assume.
Yeah.
She did the
I,
whole.
I guess that's true.
She did the old Hugo Stiglitz like through the pillow shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's what she was saying.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the whole lead up
Yeah.
to
What'd you
that
guys
was
think?
good.
I
Where
definitely thought it
she's
was interesting though. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I was thinking about it for like the next day or two. I don't know, just about like I don't know, different shit that happened and like how I was supposed to feel about the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
feel like is good. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it definitely did a good job of like kind of making you feel for each of the characters individually. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have a good idea of each of their perspectives. So it just makes like their dialogue and whatever conflicts they have pretty clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a testament to the writing, I think.
yeah. I personally, I thought this movie was okay. Didn't really
Yeah.
love this movie, but
Honestly, I was just kind of curious, like I don't think that I guess like I was thinking about it for a while, and this is kind of the conclusion that I came to. Like the stepdad, like I feel like you're supposed to question if like he deserves to die, and like
probably
basically,
not, right?
well, like the daughter, like is like you kind of realize at the end is kind of just like a spoiled piece of
Yeah.
shit
Oh, yeah.
too. So like it's
Yeah.
like why would this guy deserve to die? I mean, like realistically, he did seem like creepy and like shitty. But like, did he just do anything that made him like deserve to die?
Right.
And then I feel like I was just like questioning like I don't know, in like society, I mean like I guess that is a big thing and it's just like kind of a scale on what you deem whatever you want. And
Yeah, and if you achieve it,
I don't know, I mean the fucking death penalty is like, a heavily debated topic,
Yeah.
in like
I mean-
multiple states, like if it's like legal or not, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess, I mean, the way to look at it, the way I looked at it was like you have what's supposed to be depicted as this person who has obviously no emotion and she can do these things. I mean, the way she killed that horse, in her mind, it was obviously an act of kindness towards the horse. So, I mean, in that regard, you can think, oh, maybe she does have feelings. But it's depicted as, oh, well, she's a sociopath, right?
Mhm.
So and then
Wait, was there
killing
something
the
wrong
guy.
with the horse before she started to do that
Like,
specific
there was
like
like a
technique to
leg
it?
breaking or something.
Yeah,
Some
the
spell.
Gotcha.
it was like yeah, it had a lame leg, so it would have died anyways. She just progressed the process, but fucked it up in the process.
Gotcha. I guess I
But
think
and
that's kind
then
of interesting because, like, in the first shot, the horse is just like standing up fine.
Yeah, fine, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean maybe it's an unreliable
I mean,
narrator type
it definitely feels
situation.
like there's gray area in this story. I think there's like it's
Yeah,
like interesting ideas that's being like developed and like dug into here, but I just felt like the execution didn't like fully get me there. I mean, for you guys, it sounds like it did though, so maybe I just wasn't fully invested in it, you know, because I think it does have the bones of like interesting shit going on.
I just think the characters they were like the way they kind of like opposite each other, but at the same time they kind of lined up. It's just how
Yeah.
different people react to things. Like the one side, this woman has the emotions, but at the same time she's just as cruel and a bad person. She just has feelings.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I struggled with Anya Taylor-Joy's character personally in this movie. Just like the way
Yeah.
she
She was
starts
probably
out,
mad.
where she's like ultra proper and like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? It just felt like too much of a front for like when they revealed her true under depths or whatever. Like I don't know. It felt like the screenwriter didn't know like where they were starting at, and then they like pushed it into this avenue and didn't. I don't know. I just felt like too much whiplash. But by the end of the movie, with the final like stinger shot, you
It
could
might
say
have
it's
just
all like
been
there where she's a
like it was
fucking
just like too
psychopath.
short. Honestly, I feel like it could have just like
Pretty
had
short.
more build up.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I like a
I don't
good
know.
90-minute movie, but I was actually thinking that too, and I didn't want to say it because like I was just bitching about how I don't like long movies the other week. But like this one,
Well,
I
I'm
could
glad I
maybe.
could say it for you,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you. It could do a little longer. I think this one. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't overstaying its welcome. I would have probably welcomed
It's
more
like
of
I
it.
was interested, but I just felt like I could use like a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
all around, because
Yeah.
like
Could've been
I don't know.
a
I feel
slower
like
burn.
I feel like each of the characters individually was like kind of interesting, or could have been interesting if they were like I don't know, like Anya Taylor-Joy if she was just a little more fleshed out, and then like the stepdad and the sociopath. I feel like they could just like have a little bit more character building or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
And
have
besides
like a
that,
lot of
like
backstory that they keep trying to talk about in this movie too, with like her mom having cancer or like Anya Taylor Joy. I believe she did
yeah,
something with like a cell phone or some shit, and she's getting like
I feel like
don't
I
know.
lost like some of those details
Yeah,
too.
I was just like,
It
so
was just like
she's doing something
too
bad
like
too, or
yeah, like it was just like too brief that like details like that were revealed to you, and I feel like that could have been like I don't know, maybe
could have
just
been
like
punchier in different avenues, or
yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, it's pretty solid as like to me the opening where she's just wandering around and like getting yelled her name and ignoring it. Like these are two like spoiled fucking rich people with like aimless goals and don't know like what to. And they're like I have these fucked up
exactly.
perspectives because they don't have like real perspectives, you know. Like
Yeah.
so, I mean, it's good. Um, you know, the characters get a little mixed up, but that also could be to its strength in ways. But I don't know if it's like I fully feel it, you know, like we're saying.
What kind of ways, Matt?
Well, like I think it's like what Alex
I'm
was
just
trying to
fucking with
say,
you. You
where
don't
it's
have to
like
elaborate.
like their goals and like what they do like connect on still, or what they find different about each other, or like what they're digging at, and then they kind of start to like take on each other's like strengths a little bit, I'd say, especially with Anya Taylor Joy's character.
I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
like I guess at the root of it, how I interpret most things is like people are inherently evil. So like you have to try to be good. And Anya Taylor Joy has been trying to do that, right? But then when she meets this person who I guess is incapable, like she has to try every day to be good, obviously, but it's obviously just a front because she's a sociopath. So it just kind of makes her fall back into her true nature, I guess.
I guess I just
Yeah.
didn't fully believe it for her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess with her like laying
Weirdly,
down. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, weirdly, like during that opening scene where Olivia Cook's character is basically describing herself as the one with no emotion, it almost
Right.
felt like she was like, I don't know. I got the sense that like, especially as the movie went on, that like she was like speaking to Anya in that weird like third like, as almost like explain to her that like this is you kind of. I don't know.
Or it's both of
Like,
us or whatever.
yeah, it's like I
Pretty
can
much.
like she sees that in
It
you.
just like
So
made her
yeah.
realize that she was like the same way.
Like the more they started talking,
'Cause, I mean,
it
at the
was
like the
like,
beginning, I think that Olivia Cook's character said like she had to like figure out that she was just like mimicking other people's feelings instead of like actually feeling things.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming like it was supposed to be implied that Anya Taylor-Joy also felt that way. Basically,
Yeah, with like
she
her
was like,
family and everything.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Olivia Cook was supposed to like basically snap her out of it or make her realize.
Yeah.
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 I found it.
I get what you're saying though, how it's a little mixed too, because it does make you think that Olivia Cook, the character, is like the unhinged one with like the way she's like being paid to hang out with Anya, or Anya's being paid or whatever, and that kind of thing. So it's like,
I think you were gonna touch on this, Matt, but like, what was the purpose of her laying down there?
Yeah, with her at the end
Like,
on the like to
I feel like that
me.
was supposed to be impactful, but I didn't read. I don't know.
Well, at
Maybe I'm
first I
not
thought she
reading
was gonna like go to jail with her, as like we're in
right.
this as two fucked up sociopaths together, and then it's revealed that she just was like it was just pinned on her. But did she like need to cuddle with her because she was that like a caring act, or was she just like hiding? Like, how do you get away with it when you just went into the arms of the killer?
Yeah, I don't
right.
really know.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Good question.
I couldn't pick that out either because like the last scene when Olivia Cook is like doing the narration of her letter, and then Anya Taylor-Joy just said that she just threw it away and didn't read it. Like, do you think that's actually legit? Like, do you think she didn't actually read it, or like,
That's how I read it, where she got
Yeah.
like she won in the end. As this is like a play the whole time. But then
Mhm.
why did she do that? That's what I
I
don't
mean,
get.
like, I don't know. I guess like both. I don't know. I guess like yeah, both are questionable. And like
Right.
if you're assuming that the second one, like if you're assuming she didn't actually read the letter, then I'm assuming that she just laid down with her to make it look more likely that Olivia Cook killed the stepdad.
Just
I don't know.
To like
more evidence,
because she was
whatever.
sad that she did it or something, or like what the
Hmm.
and she's wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She must have gotten up and then like cleaned
Fuck,
the
I don't know.
scene.
I don't know,
and then,
dog.
but then she needed to cuddle with her, so she cares. I guess like it is questionable
Yeah.
at the end if she read it or not. Then but I don't know. I thought.
What's with the horses? Any
I mean, I think like the
That's-
thoroughbred is supposed to be like you're this
Yeah.
rich, pompous, catered horse, or like you're like in this pen
Yeah.
that you don't fully have like a real
Hmm.
freedom that a horse has. I don't know. I'm just like spitballing shit.
I don't know. I feel like they just wanted to add that gag in the end where she opens her mouth and all she says is "It's a horse neigh." I think
Yeah.
that's just the punchline they
Like
wanted to
literally,
get to.
that's exactly what I was gonna say too. I feel like they only threw that in at the end just to connect it back to the horse thing.
I could have used
Maybe.
more horses like visuals in this movie. Like if there was a pen
I
out
could've
back or
too,
some
yeah.
shit because he went riding.
Because like literally, I totally forgot about the horses until the end
Yeah.
part there.
That
Like,
theme is very like,
Yeah, it's in the back, and you don't even like see it. You just hear about it.
Yeah.
It's subtle.
it's like, why is this called Thoroughbreds?
Yeah.
Oh
right.
fuck, we forgot.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah. Some of this movie, to me, why it was like only okay, was like it felt a little rudimentary. I assume this is kind of like this dude's first film or this person's first film.
Yeah.
This thing.
But like a lot of it just like felt, I don't know, especially in the beginning when they're like reading the textbooks or whatever, and you can hear her saying like horses are what is the question? What's the definition of? It's like, and then like they're like talking about like these what's the A, B, C, or D? Is it ambivalent, solemn, or it's like.
Yeah.
That to me is like when it's like thesis statement-y, where it's like right at the beginning you're just basically giving it all away.
Yeah.
Like usually you can
Yeah.
save that for like 3/4 in to be like a sweet scene where it's like, oh, that's what the movie's about, like.
Yeah.
But here it's just
Right.
like way too like they're
Good
trying
point.
to get it all out, and then they're like, oh fuck, we got a movie still, like.
Yeah.
right? I
That's-
feel like it
that's
was
a
just
good
like
point.
too bare bones. Like there should have been space in between to like I don't know offset things like that. Like
Right.
Yeah.
I
Marinate.
don't know.
a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
when she's like getting her toes done or whatever, and you see the stepdad appear as like the dude doing her toes, and it flashes back to the Asian woman who's like actually doing her toes. I was just like,
A little
I
too on
mean,
the nose.
well, it's like you can't even like make that leap almost, like. And I get it's all
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
visual to like get you in her head, but it just was like not. Yeah, it was just like you need to do a little more work or something. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
That's fair.
Yeah.
There were solid moments throughout. I just felt like it's a good first attempt. I didn't even look if this was this person's first movie, but
It's
feels
It
like
pretty
it.
much is, I'm pretty sure.
I could see that.
yeah,
Um,
2017.
Just wanted to note, pretty interesting score. Don't know if I fully loved it, but it's like gasps and like breathing noises that are being like mixed.
When the end credits come on, it was kind of a bop.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there, I was like, nice.
Okay.
I can vibe with this.
Yeah, it was
So,
like the solid cut to the end there to like give you
yeah.
the juice. Yeah, you know. And then also just like rest in peace, Anton Yelchin.
Oh yeah.
His
Um,
last movie.
Was it? Okay, I was wondering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty late. I just think like as far as like actors that are lost early, I think he's one that we had
Oh,
truly
yeah.
lost like some like
Some
ability.
magic.
Yeah, so, like he had probably
Yeah.
like a pretty bright future and a lot of fun roles that we would have enjoyed, but
Yeah.
unfortunately not. So
Tragic.
yeah.
Have you seen him in Green Room?
Not yet. I think that might be on the
No.
chest.
It's pretty good. He's
When it
pretty
shows
good.
up, we all vote on it.
He
There
has
we
a
go.
lot of potential. It's a shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one 3. Although I could see arguments for being higher. You know, I just didn't really connect with me on the first go. So
My initial thought was 3. I landed on 3.5 just because I don't know. After I resonated with it a little bit, I was like, okay, I can see what they were going for. I kind of just
Yeah.
appreciated it for what he tried to do for his first film. So
nice.
Yeah, I hadn't like voted, or I don't know, I hadn't rated it yet, but I think I'm gonna go 3.5 too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was pretty interesting. It just like
Cool.
could use more substance. I feel like to flush it out.
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
it definitely is I think it's a pretty good swing at a first try of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
for an
Yeah,
original idea,
That's true too. Yeah.
well met there.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a shit show, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it could have been like super preachy too, and it kind of just like kept
Yeah.
itself
Right.
back a little bit.
Yeah.
like it tried to, like you said in the beginning when they're doing through the questions, but then it kind of reeled back and helped you. Like didn't really hold your hand the whole
Yeah.
time.
It
So
never gave the answer. It just got you halfway there,
Right.
and then they're like, "Whoa, you want to talk about something
Yeah.
else?" Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.